And what you'll see in England and other countries that do relegation is you would assume, or at least I did, when I first got into soccer in the early 2000s, I started traveling over to Europe. I assumed that, because I was talking to people over there about it specifically. I said, yeah, well, that's terrible to be relegated, but I mean, they'll be back next year. They'll just, but no, it doesn't necessarily work like that because you have because of the loss of revenues, you have to unload some of your top players. Your top players go back up to the Premier Division, the top level. And then, so that's what I was told is you don't necessarily get right back up the next year. You can spend long periods of times down in that lower level, and you'll see them drop even to the third level.
But I do believe if these leagues were combined at this point, for a while, you would have enough revenue from both leagues. Those teams have enough revenue to be jumping up and down a lot.
Well, and I think that there's something to be said about the fact that it'll be two top divisions.
Yeah.
So even though you're creating a second division,
you're not really.
Everyone still kind of looks at those teams as being top divisions.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And you know what?
There's some balancing.
Maybe. They might do it. Who knows what they might do? Because this is I don't think this has ever happened before. Has it?
No.
Two countries honestly, combining?
I'd argue potentially that FIFA wouldn't allow it.
You think so?
Because it would be two separate countries joining a league together. I don't know if it would be. I don't know.
What I'm saying is, it's never happened before. So they can make their own. They can make their own rules.
Yeah.
They could decide, hey, if you're the top-ranked team in the lower division, they would make maybe an end of the year after the cups are over, playoff type of deal. If you win the game against the top team, you get relegated. Sure. They can make their own rules. They could do different things. You know?
Yeah, I think it's the ultimate kind of, at least the way we look at it now. Who knows what it might look like if it ever happened? Yeah. But I think it's the ultimate kind of risk versus reward.
All right. So enough about relegation, boys. I guess we should probably end this up quickly because we've been on for almost 2 hours now. Yeah. And the Vikings game is on. So I do want to say...
Yeah, do we have other things that we wanted to address?
I think I'm good.
I mean, we should mention that... Well, I think we did kind of mention it. You know, Atlanta's losing Tata.
Yeah, he is.
Big news.
Going to...
probably the Mexico national.
They haven't made that announcement yet, though.
They will, though.
It's a little bit too coincidental that the rumors started and he's leaving.
Yeah.
Actually, we mentioned the post-game atmosphere.
Yep.
We did not mention the fact that we got to see the Allianz Field lights.
Oh, yes, that was in my notes, too. Yeah, they had, I think, was it during the fireworks or just before the fireworks? They actually they lit up Allianz Field. I mean, I know they've done it before from a testing standpoint, but they put it on the big screen at TCF Bank.
And they changed the colors.
Yeah, nice. and they had they must have had some drones flying over or flying by the stadium, and it was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah, and we were talking about how, well, one, we couldn't see the fireworks from where we were.
Yeah.
But it was like, we were saying, well, actually, this is kind of maybe cooler than seeing the fireworks.
I definitely made that comment. I'm like, this even if I could see the whole firework display, like, that was cooler than watching fireworks, for sure.
And I will say this, guaranteed, the three of us will be at the first game at Allianz Field.
Yeah.
I know Johnny's going with you. One of your tickets, Johnny's had.
That hasn't been guaranteed yet.
I think I'll be back in Argentina. Sorry.
What?
I have no idea.
Come on.
I can't.
Like, we don't even know when it is.
We don't even know.
I know. Yeah.
Well, Johnny already said he's going to in the
Yeah, that's what he says. Yeah.
I personally believe it should be a podcast game.
There's a sorry,
but I mean, it doesn't have to, because Dave and I already talked about this.
And what do you mean by a podcast? Like a podcast game? You want to do a podcast?
But I think the three of us should all be there.
Oh, right. Oh,
sitting next to each other.
Yes, and you brought up a good point. I think at the game we haven't had a podcast game. There's been games where we've all been at the game, but there hasn't been a game where we all sat next to each other.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah.
So I think I think it should be a podcast. If Johnny wants to go, and he's concerned about it, Dave and I already talked about this. We were going to buy tickets anyways.
52.
So I mean,
And
we could buy Johnny's ticket for him, right?
it's good.
I mean, we could.
I don't see why not.
we could
Yeah,
buy it.
we'll
He
make
could
it
be
happen.
there,
We
yeah.
can make it happen if
Yeah.
he wants to go.
So we have to do that.
It'd be a good thing to discuss.
Yeah, it'd be great. So Allianz Field next year, guys.
The grass is in.
The grass is in. Yep. The lights are on. The grass is in. All we gotta do is turn on the taps for all the breweries.
Right. I got nothing else on my notes.
Yeah.
No, I'm done. I'm done.
know.
Yeah.
Once again, I want to congratulate Dave Sterling on the birth of his child,
Thank you.
Oliver Thomas, and your wife Sarah.
That's true. She did most of the work.
She did most of the work. You did a little bit.
A little bit.
About 9 months ago, you did a little bit.
A little bit.
And then she did the rest.
About 10 seconds.
That's
And on that note,
there's kids. Their kids listen to this podcast.
They
you think so, Tony?
Stop.
Probably not. But again, I want to thank OMNI Brewing for letting us come here and watch the game
Yeah, thank you.
and doing the podcast here again. We were back in March. We were here. It was snowing. It was cold. We were talking about going to the game that week
Yeah.
with the snowsuits on.
yeah, I was not here, of course.
You weren't here.
In fact, this is my only second visit. I hope to come
Yeah.
back many more times. But
Yeah, we'll come back here. But like I said, when we get in the off season, we'll be talking about off season news stuff. We're talking about random stuff. We will be at We will be at breweries.
Oh, yeah.
A lot. We plan on going back to Aloe. We plan on going back to Invictus. We definitely plan on going back to Dual Citizen.
Yep.
I mean, they were fantastic. Max Filter, fantastic guy. We're going to try to get some more. Lupinen, Egger up in Elk River. There's more breweries in Minneapolis we want to hit up. So we're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep going at these breweries. So
yeah, if there's one reason to be excited about the off season, I think it's that.
best of breweries.
Yep.
Yeah, it is. But I guess that wraps up the season of the Loons. So
Yep.
It is fitting that we're recording on the last match day of the year. The season is over for us.
34 weeks in the books.
34 weeks in the books, guys.
Amazing how time flies.
Time flies when you're talking shit about the Minnesota United.
But
Yep.
season's over, but at least this podcast is.
Yes, you are. So for myself, Tony Pervenanzi, Dave Stevens, Dave Sterling, saying goodbye from Army Brewing.
Good night.